pass up a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's alright, cause I'm safe out the bill. If the teacher pops a test, I know I'm in a mess and my dog ain't homework last night. Riding low in my chair, she won't know that I'm there. If I can hand it in tomorrow, it'll be alright. It's alright, cause I'm safe out the bill.
Good morning, Central Cambria.
I'm Emmy.
And I'm Riley. Today is Wednesday, April 5th, 2017, and it is day 4 of our weekly schedule. And today is National Deep Dish Pizza Day.
So, sorry to disappoint all you pizza lovers out there, but we're having popcorn chicken for lunch today.
Attention juniors, if you did not receive your fundraising information or have any questions about the fundraiser, please see Mrs. Ising in room A205.
A reminder for all NHS members that relay shirt designs are due this Friday, April 7th. All designs can be turned in to Kayla Connor. A gentle reminder to the members who are hurting for service hours that creating and turning in a design will count towards community service.
In order to increase awareness of melanoma and the dangers of tanning, we are asking you to pay close attention to the video shown on the news this week. We will be joining high schools across the United States in a contest. The high school with the highest percentage of pledges by April 17th can win $2,500.
The pledge states, I love the skin I'm in and pledge to protect my body's largest organ, my skin, by being UV safe both indoors and outdoors, especially prior to prom or other school-sponsored events. You can sign the pledge during lunch today through April 13th or see Mrs. Arendt.
Now over to sports with Emily and Davey.
This was my favorite place to go.
Down the Cape.
Along the banks of the Charles.
Right here on Hampton Beach.
I used to go every day.
A whole month at my friend's Narragansett Beach House.
And all summer long.
In my parents' backyard.
The pool. All the time.
And this is where I was exposed.
This is where I would lay out.
This is where I would go 3 times a week.
And here.
This is where I used to tan year round.
And here
Here.
Here.
And here
is where the melanoma first appeared.
Here is where my melanoma first appeared. Doctor said that I had a 50% chance of living 5 years. That's pretty scary to hear, you know.
And the doctor, he said, I'm really sorry to have to tell you this when you're here alone, but you have melanoma.
When I heard the word melanoma, I thought,
Shocked. I was sick to my stomach.
I think the room went silent.
My next thought was, oh my God, how bad is this?
I was just in full-blown hysterics.
Andy was crying, we were crying.
I was scared.
Really scared.
I was only 19.
21.
20.
I'm 16 years old and I have melanoma.
My biggest fear that whole morning after I'd heard the news was then having to deliver the news to my mom and the rest of my family.
Of course, any parent's fear. They want to be able to watch their kid grow up.
He lost his battle on August 4th, 2009, age 27.
I just felt horribly guilty saying something that I've done for the last year has brought this on and now we all have to deal with it. That was the beginning of a very long, long road.
Everything started with 3 major surgeries.
The surgeries were petrifying.
Took out a big chunk of skin around where the melanoma was located.
This long, stitches like this, inside and out.
These drainage tubes coming out of my incisions.
It had spread from his pancreas to his liver.
It felt like I had the flu for 12 months. It was not fun.
No tan is worth going through what you have to go through when you're diagnosed with melanoma.
Did I intentionally seek out tanning? Yeah.
When I was 17, I desperately wanted to have a tan and started using tanning booths.
I started tanning in freshman year of high school for the prom and winter ball, and by the time I was a junior, I was going 3 to 4 times a week.
I am very light skinned, I have light hair and light eyes, and I just loved the way that looked against a nice little golden brown tan. It was stupid. I knew better. I knew better.
I wouldn't say I was ever really out in the sun intentionally, but just outside a lot. Playing golf, sailing, surfing, a ton of exposure to my arms and back of my neck.
I was willing to put my body through whatever it would take to get that glowing tan that I wanted.
I'm Italian. I've never burned. I can't get melanoma.
I just thought that melanoma was an old person's disease.
I thought that tanning myself was a much better alternative to getting the blistering burns that I used to get in my younger teen years.
There is no such thing as a safe tan indoors or outdoors.
Well, now that I've had melanoma, I know I'm at a greater risk to get it again. It's not a cancer that you can have, get over it, and not think about it. It's something that I have to think about on a daily basis.
I worry and do things that none of my friends have to worry or think about.
I'm constantly fearful of getting another melanoma or melanoma coming back.
It's not just a little something, it's a big something.
Protecting yourself from melanoma is easy.
You're never gonna keep people out of the sun.
Wearing a hat, bringing an umbrella.
Once I go in the water, I reapply sunscreen. I try to stay out of the sun in the peak of the day.
And seeing a dermatologist once a year to get a regular skin check.
Early detection is extremely important. It's what saved my life.
So doing all the little things along the way really is what can make a difference.
Your skin is the largest organ in your body, and the bottom line is that it's beautiful the way it is. Don't take it for granted. Your skin is in.
So take the pledge.
Take the pledge
Take the pledge.
Now.
at mfne.org.
Good morning, Central Cambria. I'm Emily.
And I'm Davey
with your CC Sports Report.
At 4 p.m., there's a boys varsity tennis match against Bishop Guilfoyle home.
At 4 p.m., there is a varsity track meet away at Greater Johnstown against Johnstown and Bishop Guilfoyle.
And at 4:30 p.m., there's a girls varsity softball game away at Bishop Guilfoyle.
Now over to Kate with weather.
One love, one heart, let's get together.
Okay, everyone, the weather is going to, it's 63 degrees, and it is going to be really hot. So everyone, please, might get sunscreen. So, that's the weather today. Bye!
Bye-bye.
Soldier boy, what's up?
Hello, SunCam.
I'm Slubby.
And I'm Maddie, here to guide you.
Hear your words of wisdom. Don't be a victim of negative self-talk. Remember, you are listening.
Happy birthday today to Nathaniel Bodenrein.
Now over to Liza and Logan for what's trending.
Hello, Central Cambria. I'm Logan.
And I'm Liza.
Let's get trending.
Wedding bells are ringing in China, or beeping, I suppose. 31-year-old engineer Zhang Jiajia is marrying his own robot creation in a traditional wedding ceremony. The bride's name is Ying Ying, and she has been programmed to do chores around the house, as well as hold basic conversations with her human counterparts. I guess this means that the little girl we showed you earlier this month can marry her beloved water heater robot in the future.
Speaking of events in Asia, Japanese Starbucks are releasing a new Frappuccino called the American Cherry Pie. This may sound pretty normal to everybody, but the kicker is the lid is supposed to be 100% pie crust. Now, that's a true representation of the American dream.
Signing off from CCTV, have a Wave Wednesday, Central Cambria.